Butker to kick. Mickens back deep. Super Bowl 55 is underway with a run back 3 yards deep. Mickens straight ahead. And he runs it out to about the 24, where he's hammered there by Sherman, the fullback, out there on special teams. We'll bring out Tom Brady. Did you ever think we'd see him in this spot one more time? Well, here he is, and he tells us, Tony, we still haven't played our best game yet.
Well, if that's the case, then you're in trouble, Kansas City, because they've been playing fantastic. And I'll tell you right now, the plan for both these defenses, pressure the quarterback, get it out of their hand, make someone else beat you.
Fournette gets to start at running back. He fakes it to him and comes to the other side to Godwin, who was tripped up. Nice piece of tackling by Breeland.
Action, and they'll run this formation a ton.
On a 2nd and 8, they'll ride it with Fournette, who's also had a big postseason. And he fights
some pressure, Jim.
3rd and 6, and here comes the pressure. They pick it up. The pass is out of reach for Godwin, and the Bucs will come off the field after 3 plays. They had opened at Lambeau 2 weeks ago by Patrick Mahomes now. Going to set all these youngest to ever do so marks, but it was on this field where they had perhaps the most electrifying first quarter I've ever seen 10 weeks ago. He threw for 229 yards in the first quarter alone, with 203 going to Tyreek Hill as they jump out in front 17-0, and then would go on to hold on to win by 3.
Point, just like Brady, both these quarterbacks have to learn what you're in, and you got to get them off their spot early in the game.
Quick pass, and it's caught by Pringle, who is backed up. We'll get some forward progress here.
And if they're able to do that, that's how you get these quarterbacks, right? You can make them throw the ball early while you're able to play pass coverage, and it's huge right now because Pierre-Paul's playing great, and so is Barrett.
2nd and 7. Sammy Watkins is active, and boy, did Mahomes have no time to throw. We're going to both tackle position, plus Mitchell Schwartz, their starter at right, went out early in the season, so very thin on the line. Got exposed on that play. Here's a 3rd and 7. Mahomes will keep it. He's got an open field and easily picks up the first. From the 47. Had time, now it breaks down. Able to pick up a couple out of it. So they've run 4 plays. They've called 4 pass plays. 2 of them, though, Mahomes had to run out of the pocket to pick up yardage. It's a 2nd and 8. Down the field it goes, and it's incomplete, just out of reach for Mecole Hardman.
Do not let him beat you, and then he tried and hurt Kelsey at the line of scrimmage, Jim. Hit him a little bit early.
Darrell Williams comes into the backfield on a 3rd and 8. Mahomes down the field. It's open, but Hardman was not close enough.
Quarterbacks and offense is impressive.
Tommy Townsend, only his 2nd punt of the postseason. And it bounces at the 6, and an unlucky bounce it is for Kansas City. 6 years old and in kindergarten. First down play is going to be a running play with Jones. And Ronald Jones, who has an extra gear that Fournette doesn't. In fact, had a 98-yard touchdown sprint this year in a game against Carolina, who had been questionable over the last 2 weeks. He's up. Here's a little toss to Miller, and he's knocked down by Frank Clark. Gets it to Brate.
Really well done by the Gazers.
Easy. Antonio Brown is in this game. 3rd and 8. And they get to him. Brady is sacked back at the 29. Okafor coming up and jawing with Jensen.
That's just an outstanding job.
Weeks ago. So again, they take him off the field. They pick up the 1 first down on the run by Jones. And now Pinion's punt again bounces at the 30. Backwards bounce. It's on the ground and it's picked up for just a moment by Hamilton. Officials blow the whistle and mark it closer to the 42. Excellent starting position on the way for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Okay, so here's the first fuckery of the game. The Chiefs force the Buccaneers to punt. The ball bounces It looks like it's going to go out of bounds. Everyone's around it on the sideline watching it, and everybody sees that it stayed in bounds and didn't go out, so everybody rushes to grab it. The Chiefs player grabs it. He advances to the 50-yard line before he's taken down, but the referees spot the ball back at the 38 for no reason. Ball didn't go out of bounds. You can see the ball bouncing in bounds. It stays in bounds the whole time, and they're just going to steal yards from the Chiefs and help the Buccaneers for no reason, just because Tom Brady's so good. He needs all that help.
It's a big part of getting this offense to click. The offensive coordinator on first down. Toss it to Hill. Get the ball in his hands for the first time. Kelsey was out there trying to clear a path. Tony, give me your report with the Chiefs on offense.
We'll be watching him over and over again on every play, Jim.
Davis is on him on 2nd and 5. It's a run play to Edwards-Helaire, and the rookie fights for the first. Looked like he's going to be stopped a couple of yards short.
Played outstanding in the postseason, too.
And a young leader, just in his second year out of LSU, 5th pick in the draft in 2019. First down. Mahomes. Again, there's plenty of room, and he reaches out for the marker, which is in this opening quarter, by the quarterback for 24 yards. A new set of downs, and the give, Edwards-Helaire, and a nice tackle. Holmes clears it out. Did he get him to jump? There's a flag out. Free play as he throws on the run, and it's tipped away at the last moment. Would have saved the touchdown. Bunch of big plays. He's had a pick in all 3 playoff games, and prevented a touchdown with that one. But a first down off the offsides. That was dangerous. Play who came crashing in after Mahomes enforced the quick throwaway. 2nd and 10. Toss to Edwards-Helaire. And that looked out of sync from the start, and a loss of 2.
I mean, we're about the same when we race normally.
3rd and 11. Pressure again. Mahomes. Look at this throw. Down deep and almost pulled in by Hill.
Oh, look at this. We're going to send 2 corners on the edges. No one does that. But guess what? Patrick Mahomes isn't known, and he gets away. And great defense on the back end. Usually that's a touchdown when you get out of something like that.
Ooh, hit him right in the face guard. Did you see how?
Okay, this one right here, Tyreek Hill has to catch. You got to catch this ball. He's caught this ball so many times. This is a touchdown guaranteed. It slips right through his hands, hits him in the face. This isn't on the defense. This isn't on the refs. This isn't on anybody except Tyreek Hill. Patrick Mahomes put it right on the money for him, and that's just a catch he has to make. And if he makes that catch and they get the touchdown and KC goes up 7-0, you never know what happens from there. You know, the whole game is changed just from that alone, not to mention all the things that are coming.
How he flicked that pass, sidearm, off balance.
And then you got a little doink.
On the year, 49-yard attempt. And that kick is good. First points of the game go to Kansas City. He did 10 years ago.
And so do you, Jim.
I appreciate that. There's a running play with Fournette for 3.
He's done a great job of making the game. They got aggressive, right? After about week 12 when they lost that game, they decided to get really aggressive with all their calls, Jim.
They go ground again. Fournette back-to-back carries, and he's 1 yard shy of a first with.
Beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
3rd and 1. And able to find a little seam up the middle. Fournette gets called on 3 consecutive plays and picks up the first. Extra lineman in for him. Drops back with time. And got a flag down. Breland looking around saying, what did I do? But Mike Evans was the guy that he was trying to hang with.
Prior to the pass, holding, number 21, defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic, First down.
And Breland's played well.
So they're going to call this minimal holding here on the Chiefs, which is cool. I mean, if you're going to call the holding, call it both ways, because they ain't going to call it the same way on the other side when the Bucs are doing it. That's just how it is. It's just facts.
Ward right there doing the same. It's sticky coverage, right? But if they get penalties on them, makes the game very easy for the offense.
From the 45, 6 DBs on the field for the Chiefs. Brady goes sideline, and he has his man. That's Antonio Brown. Gain of 16.
You can see how excited him and Patrick were about this game.
Play action. They go to Brait with a blocker in front. Cameron Brait down to about the 24. On 15 to Brait. Fournette tried to hurdle, fell back down to earth, and then took off to the right side for a first down. Great piece of running by Leonard Fournette. To Brown. Stiff arm and out of bounds. His rear announcer jinxes. Here's Brady's pass. It's Gronkowski. Back again. The biggest tandem for touchdowns now in postseason history. The old Patriot teammates reunite in the Super Bowl for a score. You could see it. They were chasing it after, I guess we alerted them of the fact they were on the snide. Tom's teams.
Tampa Bay lost to Kansas City, right? Since then, neither team's lost all year, Jim.
It's Pringle going to the far side, and he's got room. Pringle with a beautiful return near the 40. 41-yard return. Knocked down. That is again Pierre Paul.
About 10 of my throws before him.
And he's never lost in the postseason. Going back to his Giants days, he's 7-0. 2nd and 10. Kelsey's first catch.
Right here at the top of your page.
Pass incomplete, and there were Bucs in the area as he tried to fit it in to Darrell Williams. What a start to this game by Todd Bowles' defense. First and 10. Brady gets rid of it. Too low for Jones to handle. 2nd and 10. It's Gronk. And he's bumped out by Wilson.
I mean, that's why this game is being built up so much. Because you've got rare ability at that quarterback position. And
After the play was over, unnecessary roughness, number 95, defense, 15 yards will be added to the end of the play. Automatic first down.
First announcing it.
yeah, you see right there, Jones retaliated a little bit. Jensen, these penalties, it's so huge on drives. You know, with one penalty from a defense, the data just tells you it's 30% they score with one penalty on any drive from a defensive side, right? The offense scores 30. It's 70% with two.
Okay, this one right here really gets me because you can see Jensen hit Chris Jones after the play was over. He just goes up and hits him. Jones gets mad and hits him back like, hey, if you're going to hit me, I'm going to hit you. And then the referee just throws a flag on Jones, which is typical. We all know this. If you watch football, you know they always get the retaliator. Is that the rule? Is that in the rule book, or that's just standard practice? Or why do you have to get just the second guy that did it? Why can't you get both of them? Why can't it be a double flag? You know, they offset each other, and then the next time you do some shit, you're out. Something like why is it the law, and is it the law that you can only penalize a second person? That doesn't make sense to me, because you'll see all game long that Jensen and some other guys from the Buccaneers are going to be taking shots like this at the Chiefs, and only the Chiefs are going to get penalized. And again, you're just only calling things one way. You're favoring one team. That just shows that it's not a legitimate competition. It's not a fair game. and you're not giving both teams a fair chance to win.
You can't have them in big games.
Gives him a first down at 48. Ronald Jones. Gronkowski helped throw a good block for him. And he picks up 7. He better be careful. 2nd and 3. Jones. Another good run he rips off. Quite that high. Of course, the career not as long either. 1st and 10. Brady from the pocket. He's got Evans.
Only the stuff we're good at and make the game simple where our guys know what to do.
1st and goal. Jones trying to slip through a tackle, but 2nd and goal. Great moves out. Jones is the running back. Fake to Jones. Over the top they go. Oh, and it was a pass to Haig. Face guard in the bottom of the helmet. He got knocked away. 3rd and goal. It's Jones. It's Jones getting hit and getting stopped. Did the ball come out? Kansas City and Sorensen think they have it. They're marking him down.
And what a stick.
Is the fullback. They brought him onto the offensive unit. He moves to the right side. 4th and goal. And it's Jones. Did he break the plane? Still looking. No signal.
Oh, this is going to be close, Jim. Because if the signal happens, it's got to be clear. And they get a stop, Jim. But it's going to be one of those we're going to look at 50 times. I see what you're doing here.
Yes.
Is it going to happen right here on this play?
It's a drive. Let's see how it starts. Little flick, and it's Hill. Hill weaving. Getting away from bodies. And gives him working room out to the 15. Coming back over to Hardman, but the ball thrown at his feet. No question. Tremendous job. We've had so many games that she's done, so respected. And here is the handoff to Williams for a couple, but now it'll be 3rd and long again.
Patrick Mahomes going to have to do some crazy special stuff.
And 3rd and 8. Look at that throw. Oh, and it's dropped by Kelsey. He was getting hit by his ankles. He knows he should have had it. Would have been a first down and a whole lot more.
Watch Mahomes. He's going to get pressure like we just talked about. He doesn't have the same pocket as before. He drifts back a ton. He has to throw that before he's ready. And another double team on Kelsey. He still gets open, but that one is a drop, and that is costly.
Okay, so this one I had to watch like 20 times to know if I got it right. Because when I saw this live on TV, I knew right away that this was pass interference. Travis Kelsey is the leading tight end for a reason. He gets these passes all the time. He's not dropping these balls. When I replayed it over and over 20 times, I can hear the crack of the pads hitting him before the ball got to him. So Edwards lunges into him, makes contact with him, and hits him so he's off his position as the ball's coming in, and then he doesn't make the catch. So we saw earlier the Buccaneers got a holding call that pushed them on 5 yards, whatever it was, for minimal contact. The receiver wasn't even impeded in his route. He did get touched. They were hand fighting, but it was minimal contact. Here in this situation, it's way more than just a touch. It's way more than hand fighting. Kelsey is set to catch the ball and he gets tackled. And as you watch it in the freeze frame, the first contact comes before the ball gets to him. And if you watch it fluidly in one smooth motion, it is a tackle. So he does tackle him before the ball gets to him. The contact starts before the ball gets there. It is pass interference. They don't make the call. Instead of a first down, Chiefs moving along to try to get up, 14-3. They end up having to punt. And again, that's not because Tom Brady's so good that Tom Brady made them punt. This is just the way they're officiating the game, favoring one team over another, clearly with all the calls.
And guess what? We still don't have a 99-yard touchdown drive in Super Bowl history. Townsend was able to pick up a slippery snap. What a tackle. As Mickens goes down, Pringle on special teams making A couple of fine plays. We
Oh,
do have
look,
a marker down.
another late flag way after the play is dead.
A catch in the
And
game.
coincidentally, it's going to favor the Buccaneers and hurt Kansas City.
With it by Townsend.
I mean, what else could it be?
See what the penalty is here.
You even contemplate somebody being able to go the distance when Kansas City has it. As this year they had drives this year that started inside their own 10, and they scored on 6 of those 10 drives, 60% of the time. So
they've been unstoppable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, especially when they really need it, right? It just looks tougher in this game because Tampa's defense is good. But really, it's just the time. It's like Mahomes did it on the last play. Just Kelsey had a drop, but he kind of overcame it. He's going to have to do that a lot.
Kicking team number 56. 10-yard penalty. Replay 4th down.
Called on Ben Neiman, who helped make the stop on Jones at the goal line.
You see right there, 56, holding.
Minter taken off the books with the penalty from the end zone. And he's done it again. Nervous.
Wow, so the first punt you drop and then you bomb it. And the second one you don't drop, and you kind of shank that one a little bit.
So how convenient is it that the refs are helping the Buccaneers here get better field position, putting them on a short field where the original punt had them deep in their own territory, and the refs aren't giving the same kind of treatment to Kansas City. They're not getting the same benefit of these flags.
Back into the hands of Gronkowski.
Learning each other and what they do best.
3rd and 4. Ball deflected, tipped, and who else but Tyrann Mathieu has another interception. There is a marker down in the secondary.
Well, and this is what we talk about. Matthew's 6 interceptions, should have had a 7, but this is coming back. This is going to be a hold on the defense of Kansas City outside. And it's going to be on 35, Ward. He's covering
Prior to the
Evans.
pass, holding number 35. Defense, 5-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
Mathieu had 6 picks in the regular season, already with 1 in the postseason. Thought he had another one.
Well, watch the bottom of your screen right there. He's coming out of it, and he just holds him right there. And that's going to get called because there's a line judge right there watching. Look at the hands. It's just too aggressive. And this is where Matthew's instincts come in. He has such great instincts to kind of foul the ball. These tip balls.
Okay, this is one of the worst ones you're going to see in the whole game. Honey Badger right here gets a pick. The ball gets deflected. Mathieu gets the interception. And then the refs decide they're going to throw a flag for holding on Charvarius Ward against Mike Evans. And when you watch the replay, Mike Evans is the one that pushed him off. Like, that should have been offensive pass interference or offensive, whatever you want to call that. And the Chiefs declined the penalty, and it's their ball. Now they're marching down the field trying to get a touchdown and extend what would be their lead if the refs weren't calling every single series in the Buccaneers' favor. Like, every time the Chiefs try to do anything, there's a flag to pull them down. And then here, when something good happens to the Chiefs, they get a pick, then there's a flag to help the Buccaneers, and they keep possession, and they end up scoring a touchdown on this drive, a touchdown they shouldn't have because the Chiefs should be marching down the other end. But that's how the game goes. You take from one team with the officiating, you give to another team with the officiating, and then you get a fraudulent outcome. And then the masses scream, "Oh my God, Brady's so good because the refs gave him another win." It's crazy, man.
Score a lot more on offense when you get them, and that one is the biggest.
1st and 10. Stacked up is Fournette. That's the 3rd, by the way, penalty on the Kansas City defense. Here's 3rd and 5. Incomplete. Trenner to snap it back from 40. Suck up is.
So here the Chiefs, they get fucked by getting that pick taken away from them. They got to go back out on defense and allow the Buccaneers a possession that they didn't earn or don't deserve because of the pick. And the Chiefs stop them and hold them to a field goal. But then the refs throw another flag to keep the drive going to get that touchdown because it's not enough. Like, it's never enough. You can never give Brady too much help because he needs all the help in the world because he's too good. And he can't lose, so we got to help him because he's good.
Offside, number 20, defense. up in the neutral zone. 5 yards results in a first down.
Yeah, it's enough. Antonio Hamilton.
Well, this is where I think they're calling it Hardman. But right here, they said it's 20. Could be him as well. Could be both of them.
Boy, they rounded out and curved that defensive front on the field goal try, and they got called for it.
Just another mental mistake. I mean, these are huge. It's a Super Bowl, Jim. You can't give teams second chance. That's a second drive. Now it's tough to stop again.
Brady play action. Looking. Third option. End zone. Caught! Gronkowski again with the touchdown. Hold on, there's a flag.
Jim, this is going to be a touchdown. I think Kansas City held again on the other side of the field. I was watching up top. Mike Evans got held.
Holding. Number 21. Defense. Penalties decline. Result of the play. Touchdown.
Watch Gronk. They're going to hold, right? This team holds a lot. But he's so big, he's just going to push off, and that's the guy in this game.
So it's not bad enough that the Chiefs had a potential scoring drive taken away from them when Travis Kelce was held or interfered with on that pass where the Chiefs ended up having to punt. Refs didn't want to make that call, but instead they want to make a fake holding call against the Chiefs when they get a pick. That way the Buccaneers keep the ball. And then when they hold them to a field goal, they want to call a lining up in the neutral zone on a field goal to keep the drive going. And then on the very next play, the Buccaneers get a touchdown. And it's not enough that they get a touchdown they shouldn't have had because it should have been Chiefs' ball on the pick. But not only that, they're going to call another holding call late for no reason. They already got the touchdown. Why are you going to call a holding call that's going to get declined late? Stop making up these calls. Just let the game go. The fix is in. Just fix the game and move it along. Like, there's no reason to call a late holding call at this point after you've already taken away a scoring drive, taken away a pick, and then just given the other team a touchdown. Why are you calling holding in that situation? It doesn't make sense.
Game last year being honored with the top 100 players as the league celebrated his centennial. He was on the field. All right, down 11. Oddly enough, Kansas City's been very comfortable these last two postseasons, being down by double digits, or even in one case down 9. They connect it. Mahomes to Kelce.
You got to watch it. Tyreek Hill's down here, one of the safeties.
Over to Hardman. Splits the defenders. We were talking about him being on an 800-yard pace for the game. On the run, it's caught by Kelce. Something that Andy Reid admonished to his team about these 2 weeks leading up to get ready the minute the game starts, perfect the peak. They didn't have it at the start of this game, trying to get something going now. As Mahomes, with that last little wiggle, picks up another first down.
Watch the little wiggle here.
This guy right there knows it. Edwards-Helaire to the 29.
And look at these two guys. They keep backing up. They'll come down on these short yardage. 2nd and 3. Come on down here. Oh, wait. They're motioning. Get back.
Looking over for Hill. Instead, dumps it off to Kelce. First down. Keeps his balance, and they're in the red zone.
The reason is, see these guys? They're making you win up front. They need you to throw the stuff underneath and run the football because they're not letting Tyreek Hill beat them.
Last minute, it's it over to Hill. But Devin White, he lost a yard with that last one. 2nd and 11. Tough pass right in front of David. It's caught by Kelce, who boxed him out.
It's a really good throw and route, but you see the pressure that Mahomes is having to throw. He's used to looking right, coming back left, and firing, but now he's got to throw with a guy in his face. Kelsey's going to be the guy.
So here you can see the linebacker grabbing Kelsey before the ball gets there. He grabs him by the elbow, definitely interferes with the pass. Kelsey makes the catch anyway, but in this situation, you see the refs throwing flags every which way for the Buccaneers, saying that the Chiefs are holding here. There was contact there. But here in this situation, when there's actually contact, and you can see it very clearly and blatantly, Kelsey is getting hit every time the ball's coming his way prior to the ball arriving, which is pass interference, which is illegal contact. They're just not making these calls. So this should be a flag, and it should be an automatic first down at the 15-yard line, and the Chiefs probably are in a position here to score a touchdown. But instead, they're going to come away with a field goal because the referees aren't making the correct calls. They're helping the every which way with flags. They're giving them extra opportunities. They're giving them field goal tries, and they're giving them touchdown tries. They're taking away possessions from the Chiefs. So why is it that the referees can call all these flags to help the Buccaneers, but they can't make a single correct call that will favor and correctly favor the Chiefs, who should be ahead in this game right now if it wasn't for the officiating and Tyreek Hill's drop?
Record.
Big play here, coming after him. Way back, all the way to the 35, and it's incomplete. Townsend on the hole. And that kick is high and good. With a minute and 1 second to go in the second quarter.
Okay, so the Chiefs just kicked a field goal when they should have had a first down from the penalty from the grab on Kelsey, and they should be running down the clock going into the half with an opportunity to get the ball back after the half. But instead, they just get the field goal, and now the Buccaneers get a minute left on the clock that they shouldn't have to go out and get some points. And again, it should be Chiefs ball, first down on the 15-yard line because of the penalty. But again, they're not calling the game correctly, and we're getting incorrect results because of that. And people want to use those results as an argument for, I don't know what. What's your argument when you're using tainted results? Just because you're not smart enough to understand what you're seeing. It's madness.
Move the chains as Gronkowski has his 5th catch of the night.
Has, but he's learned that this year.
23 seconds to go. Here's the deep ball for this week. Oh, and did he trip him? Breeland's going to be flagged. Trying to hit Mike Evans.
The one thing that's interesting, though, didn't look like it was catchable.
Pass interference, number 21. Defense, false place at the spot of the foul. Automatic, first down.
So, Gene, right here, that's a tough call, I think, because that ball might have been a little over. Gene, is that a penalty, 1? And 2, was it overthrown? Would you be able to pick that up?
It's a foul, Tony, and you just can't estimate Mike Evans laying out there.
Okay, now this one's messed up right here, because you can see here that Breeland is just running with Evans, trying to stay with him stride for stride, and their feet inadvertently hit right there. So Mike Evans trips up Breeland. Breeland falls, hits Evans on the way down, trying to brace himself, and Evans jumps down on his own because he sees that he can't catch that ball. It's not catchable. Here's the contact. Boom, there's a trip. Down goes Breeland, loses his footing, and his hand is going to hit the thigh right there. There's a left foot down, right foot down by Evans. He's still standing, hasn't broken stride. He can catch that ball if he keeps running, but he just drops himself right there because he knows that if he keeps running, he's not going to catch the ball. So he's going to take the PI, where their feet just got tangled. There was no contact there from Breeland. The contact is here. Evans kicks Breeland as he's trying to get in stride. So Evans knocks Breeland down. Evans doesn't break stride. Look, he's still going. And how many times have we seen a no call on this? A, because inadvertent contact, the feet got tangled, the defender didn't do anything wrong. So you can't penalize the defender. He didn't do nothing wrong. B, this pass wasn't catchable. It was overthrown. Evans wasn't going to catch that. If he was going to catch it, he could have kept going because he didn't fall. Breeland falls right here. Evans is still running, and he can run. See, his stride doesn't break. He's still in full stride. Still feet going, 1 foot down, 1 foot down. and then he's just going to drop. Next foot down here, and then he's just going to drop on his own. So all these penalties, man, like they got legit real penalties, guys hitting the Chiefs, legit pass interference. They're not calling it.
For you to say that's uncatchable.
With 18 seconds, Brady goes in the middle of the field to Fournette, who powers down to the 9. They still have that one timeout.
Usually Spagnuolo comes after you here, and he does.
Coming after him, has to throw it over the head. They got another flag, and this one's on Matthew. That'll set the ball at the 1 yard line.
Well, this one's a penalty. I mean, they get caught because Brady's taking advantage.
Number 32, defense. That penalty occurred in the end zone. We'll place the ball at the 1 yard line. First and goal.
Brady can't take the sack. He knows it. He finds Matthew one-on-one, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's uncatchable. But I think that's still a penalty down there because it's pass interference.
Ball at the 1. No timeouts. Penalties destroying Kansas City tonight.
If you watch this one here, Honey Badger steps inside towards the post and then steps outside towards the out, and he changes the momentum of Evans here. So he steps in and then goes out. So then Evans has to go out. So when Tom Brady throws it in towards the post, there's no way Evans could have caught that. That's not even a catchable ball. Look at Honey Badger right here. He steps in. There's some contact there from both guys. They both grabbed each other. But Honey Badger has inside coverage right here. So Evans can't run through him to make that catch. He'd have to pass interfere him to make that catch. The pass is not catchable.
Fournette has come in. Do you dare run it? That would be into the half if he stopped.
You don't dare run it here. You fake it here, and then you run on the next one if you don't get it.
There's the fake. There's the pass. And there's the catch for the touchdown. Antonio Brown.
Just unbelievable route by Antonio Brown, and what a job. Brady throws this ball down low and away where no one can get it but him. Brady's hands.
Drove 71 yards in 5 plays. Suck up, extra point, good. Through a 21
to the city, Jim. They're never out of it, and Patrick Mahomes is on that field. He's walking out in the second half of the Super Bowl, down 15. He's not done.
Came back from 10 down in the fourth quarter last year to win it. Here's Pringle to open up the third quarter. And he runs out with a lot of others.
Why keep yourself down?
Edwards-Helaire, the rookie, running into the secondary. Look at White chase him down.
A chance.
Out to the 45 he goes. To Kelsey for 9.
I think that'll even up a little, but really when you look at them, it's like each one's its own. It's right most of the time.
Edwards-Helaire, jump cut to get around Barrett and pick up the first.
Will then get his opportunity. If I'm Tampa, I'd resist the urge, Jim. Make them keep doing it.
Come to 37. It's Darrell Williams. Here's a 2nd and 8. Hardman slipped and only maybe picks up a half yard. Needs 7 for a first, Tony.
Well, motion Kelsey in. You got 2 guys down at the bottom that are really good.
Mahomes circles back, throws on the run, and it's knocked down, and no flag. Kelsey with Levante David coming from behind to knock it down.
This is rare. We just saw a slip by Hardman. Kelsey's where he's trying to go. He slips. And he was the one-on-one player because they had to double Tyreek Hill, and he knows how big of a play that was.
Great job by David. It was a clean knockdown.
Look at all this contact here from the linebacker on Kelsey. He's grabbing him. He's pushing him. He's holding him. He's going to jump over his back to get at this ball right here and break up the pass. Like, he just tackles him right there. So much contact on this play, and the refs are suddenly blind. They don't see anything. But they call all these flags against the Chiefs for suspect contact at best. Look at that. He just tackles him. grabbing him the whole way, holding him, grabs him right there, pushes him down, holding him there, holding him there, holding him there. Look at the holds. And then he's just going to tackle him when the ball's coming to him. Kelce makes this catch every time. Look, it's coming right to him. He's ready to catch it. And then there's the hand in the back right there. There's the ball in the air still. Hasn't got to him yet. That's PI. He's going to tackle him. He's going to run right through him right here. Already touching him. Just going to tackle him. The contact was there. He just tackled him. PI. But the Chiefs don't get the calls. The refs are giving this whole game to the Buccaneers. The Chiefs have been robbed of so many possessions already that they could have scored on, and the Buccaneers have been given possessions they shouldn't have even had. So they got points on the board they shouldn't even have. They're just totally flipping this game on its ass.
And now we're going to have a 50-plus yard field goal attempt by Butker, who did not miss this year on 50-yarders and beyond. He was 5 for 5.
Oh, I hate when you never know it's going to turn down.
It's all in his legs.
You heard him.
And Butker right into the net and good.
This 21-9 score is a fake score. It's a fraudulent score. Those 3 field goals the Chiefs had could have easily been touchdowns if the refs weren't fucking them out of calls. Not to mention the pick that Tyrann Mathieu had that they gave back to the Patriots to get them 7 points. Could have been a score for the Chiefs, so that could have been 28 points. And then the punt they had to do when Kelce got interfered with and they didn't call it, that could have been another 7 points, so they could be having 35 right now. It could be realistically like 35-7 right now, 35-14 Chiefs. Realistically, that's what the score probably should be if the refs weren't calling every single flag to hurt the Chiefs and help the Patriots. I mean the Buccaneers. Same shit. You guys know what I mean.
Not deep to the 5. Mickens, middle, and taken down. Watts on the tackle. Let's go to Tracy. Fournette, touchdown, Tampa Bay.
As a Chiefs fan, because this is just so difficult to get back in it, but that's 4 out of 5 drives they scored a touchdown, and the one they were stopped at the 1, Jim.
That's right. This Pringle. Again, a drop.
Barrett just fighting. A lot of that's because the other side too, though. I mean, Pierre Paul's dominating on the other side right there. You see that? Mahomes has nowhere to go.
There was Sue in the area also.
This is.
Look at Ndamukong Suh here. He has his arm extended. He has that palm flat and strong, and he's basically trying to go for a punch with his palm to Mahomes' head. What kind of dirty play is that? He's already going down. You see he's going down, and you're just going to hit him with the straight arm across the face. How is the league protecting quarterbacks by allowing that to happen? You're throwing flags for every little contact on the other side, but Mahomes is getting hit across his face, and you're not throwing a roughing the passer flag here? That should be 15 yards.
It's time. It's going to be tough.
3rd and 14. He heaves it. It's knocked away, and on the deflection, it's intercepted. There is a flag down, but that is Winfield with the pick.
I think it's going to stand. It looked like it's in the backfield, right? Didn't someone get held at going in?
Holding. Number 62. Offense. Penalties decline. Result of the play is an interception. First down, Tampa Bay.
What a play. Wow. Mahomes trying to make something happen, and a perfect tip. Tampa Bay trying to close out Kansas City early.
Watch the hold call right here on 62. He basically lets him run free. Look, he lets him go. He has a free run to the quarterback. He's not even holding him. He gets right past him. There's no hold. There's no grab. They call holding for that, but they don't call nothing for this. Look, he's grabbing Tyreek Hill on his right shoulder and he turns him around. And the play before this, Ndamukong Suh hit Patrick Mahomes in his face. That should have been a 15-yard penalty. But instead of giving the Chiefs the 15-yard penalty they're supposed to get, you're going to call a holding call on 62 that basically let the linebacker run straight through to Mahomes unabated, didn't hold him, didn't grab him, let him right through in order to not get a holding call. And here you see Edwards grabbing Tyreek Hill while the ball's in the air, grabs him on the right shoulder there. He's going to turn him around and get leverage to knock the ball down. So they're not calling nothing on the Buccaneers for their contact. See, the ball's in the air right there above Tyreek Hill's head, and he's being grabbed already. You can't grab the dude when the ball's in the air. He's turning him right there. And then he tips it, and it gets picked. And then he goes down right there, knees down. He has the ball right there. He's at the 46-yard line. And then they're going to snap it at the 45. How'd they get an extra yard? They're giving them everything. They're giving them yards. They're giving them possessions. They're giving them fake holding calls. They're ignoring actual holding calls. They're ignoring actual pass interference. Look at this hold right here. Right in front of Brady. He's holding the defender right there. Look at that hold. He's grabbing him inside the shoulder pads. In broad daylight, he's holding. But they give a fake holding call on one end. And Clark is getting held right there. Twisting him up. Grabbing him by the shoulder pads. Holding him all day. In front of all the HD cameras. But the refs just conveniently don't see that.
This is 52. Suckup's kick. Good.
Just to cut and make those guys miss in that backfield. But he's now down to the wire, Jim. This is getting close to getting out of hand and not being possible.
Having the rollout and now heaves it. He's got Kelsey open. And it falls incomplete. There is a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this was holding a 24.
Prior to the pass, holding number 24, defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So right here, Travis Kelce is clearly interfered with there. He grabs him on the arm there as the ball's coming down to him. So as he tries to jump, he's pulling him down. That's clearly contact, and they're calling all kinds of contact against the Chiefs, but they're not calling none of that against the Bucs.
When he was on the staff at Pittsburgh and Leftwich was a backup. First down. Got a flag out. They blow the whistle.
False start, number 10, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
He just took off early, which play is dead. It's tough to see because he's so fast. Call him the Flash.
The staff at Pittsburgh and Leftwich was a backup. The staff at Pittsburgh and Leftwich was a backup. The staff at Pittsburgh and Leftwich was a backup. The staff at Pittsburgh and Leftwich was a backup. The staff at Pittsburgh and Leftwich was a backup. The staff at Pittsburgh and Leftwich was a backup.
I just replayed it a couple times in real time so you could see that the center was snapping the ball at the same time that Tyreek Hill was releasing. But you can see in slow motion, Tyreek Hill looks over to the center. His head is looking left. As soon as he sees that ball go up, he's gone, and he's so fast, it looks like he went early, but he didn't. He's going simultaneously with the arms. See the arms moving there by the center? Now he's going. And the ball snapped. Center's arms moving, Tyreek is going. Ball's already on its way to Mahomes. He's just so fast. He's faster than everyone else. If you look on the line of the Chiefs right there, nobody moves. The ball's already snapped when Tyreek is moving. So there was no false start. There was no penalty against the Chiefs, but they just make these up. They're making these up to hurt the Chiefs.
Finally, They get Hill out in the open. He was able to run past Sean Murphy-Bunting for 21 on the night. 101 yards. He's got more. Down to the 29 with Sammy Watkins.
He's never lost by double digits. It's like he's only played 4 games or something.
He's got Kelsey down to the 11. Louisiana, Spring Hill, Louisiana. 2nd and 9. Able to escape. Sue is on him. Misses him. Pass off the hands of Robinson.
Wow, what a play. Whew. Mahomes, even with the hurt foot, you can see he's limping, just kind of, I'm right here, and then I just soft touch, and that should have been a touchdown.
Pass just a little too high.
Jim, if you score a touchdown here, we've seen a lot of crazy stuff happen.
Hasn't completed a pass on 3rd down tonight. Can he do it this time? Reverse his course. He's all the way back at the 30. Barrett is on him. Heaves it before the whistle. And Pringle has it in his hands. They rule it incomplete. That was craziness.
Well, you can see the fight in Mahomes. He's trying to will his team and give it a chance with all the movement. What a throw. That's a little bit risky, to say the least. But he kept trying to buy the time, and it's so hard to get this guy down.
They've called so many penalties against the Chiefs for contact and touching and things like that that have helped the Buccaneers and got them a lead in a game that they should have been losing. And that's the only way they can get a lead, is the way that they've called this game. The penalties, the flags, I mean, just everything was in complete control of the referees, and they completely took the Chiefs out of the game. And on the flip side here, you see multiple Buccaneers grabbing and holding Pringle in the end zone as he goes to try to get this touchdown pass, and they don't make a call. They just go to 4th down. And the game is pretty much well in hand at this point. It's pretty much over. There's nothing that the Chiefs can do because the refs aren't going to make the right calls. They're going to keep them down. They're going to keep helping the Buccaneers. They did it the whole game. They're not going to change at this point. This ends up being the final score. So even though they continue to help the Bucs and hurt the Chiefs, it doesn't change anymore after this score.
To the middle.
4th and 9. Again, running for his life. Mahomes got it away. Incomplete. White knocks it down. It was intended for Darrell Williams. He was parallel to the ground when he threw it.
That's unbelievable. And get it there, and it actually hits him in the face mask and Mahomes' nose.
So the Bucs take over on downs. And Ronald Jones. Here's a 2nd and 6. It's Jones. 2 straight carries, and he's got 12 yards in those 2 to pick up the 1st down.
1,000 times, but they just make the game simple.
There's Jones. He's got 8 more.
And then the big play happens next. He's been just really making the game easy.
Jones getting all the work.
Complete the 3rd downs and the big plays when they're there in the red zone.
Both Jones and Fournette over 60 yards rushing. As Fournette comes back out and gets another 4. There's Brait. That's another 1st down. Coming down from Pennsylvania. Here for the game tonight as Fournette has another 8.
Makes it hard on you.
2nd and 2, Fournette. Stop cold that time. So 3rd down coming up.
And draw them off sides. Move up back and forth.
Here's Pinion. They punted on their first 2 drives of the night, and this is the first one since. Fair caught by Hardman.
Look at how deep those guys are way back, trying to protect the end zone.
Stepping up from the goal line and finding Kelsey. All the way out to the 41.
So look.
Oh, and they've got him again. Second sack of the night. It's been uneasy all night. JPP coming after him. Able to shake him off. He's coming back. Almost got him again.
Oh, there's some rough house going on down there. Oh, I'll tell you, it looked like Mahomes took a good shot there. I mean, couldn't see it, but from up here it looked like he got sandwiched by multiple guys. This will be a penalty on Tampa. It has to be for what they did right there.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 90, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Here's where he came back after him for the second time.
Oof.
Boy, just crushed high and low by White.
So this is just hitting him in the head or neck area, which you can't do. Ouch.
Might have been as easy as throw of the night right there.
Knocked down 8 times, but you got to get up on the 9th.
That's it.
If there's a chance, it's right here with people deep and helping on every play.
2nd and 10 out of the backfield to Williams. Good spin move to pick up 9 on any single occasion. Another sidearm throw. Tyreek has it.
Through and have someone come underneath right where he runs through.
There's another catch by Hill, his 5th of the game.
Yeah, that's Remmers, left tackle 75, looked like a penalty.
Holding, number 75, offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
There's your backup tackle. It's just hard because now you're trying to come back, but watch him right here. He's going to ride Nelson to the edge, and I don't know, Jim. That's kind of a soft call.
Anthony Nelson dreaming of getting to the quarterback, but held back.
Held back.
To the 37. Tipped and incomplete. Oh, you can smell the pick coming. That was a diving attempt by Mike Edwards. It was tipped away by Dean, who missed the first matchup due to concussion. Just 5 minutes remaining. Oh, what a hit! Ball is out, recovered by Kansas City, but Mahomes is just hammered by Ndamukong Suh. A play that typifies the night for this Tampa Bay defense.
Well, they try and get a big play down the field to Hill, but it takes forever, and he's trying to see him, and right there.
Cam Gilman on 2.
Just trying to do anything to help his team and taking a huge shot. He's got guts, but at the last second, and give his team just one last shot.
3rd and only 33. Try to get at least half of it here with Tyreek. Reek to the 27.
Now your Super Bowl is definitely on the line, Jim. You don't get this one. I'm calling it.
Mahomes chased, running out of real estate, throws. Incomplete, and Tampa Bay makes another stop. Oh, that taunting action right there by Winfield, totally unnecessary.
Well, it is taunting, and that's totally unnecessary. Shouldn't do that. but it's still going to be Tampa Bay's ball because it's after the play, 4th down, turnover on downs. And what a performance by Tampa Bay. You see Winfield taunting, and I don't like that or condone that at all. Tyreek Hill working hard to get open all day, and Winfield feels like you're kicking a guy when he's down, and he's doing his sign that Tyreek does when he scores a touchdown.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 31 of the defense. The ball does go over on downs, and the 15-yard penalty will be enforced half the distance. First down, Tampa.
Final 4 minutes to go before the celebration in Tampa gets the night started well into the morning. Well, it was called by virtually everyone. The dream matchup. Couldn't think of anything to compare. I have to say they're going to be, and this is taking nothing away from a brilliant performance by the Bucs, but going to be a lot of people disappointed that the game did not live up to the hype.
Well, if you're a Tampa fan, you love this. Kansas City not, but yeah, a lot of other. But these two quarterbacks have really stood out, right? Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. He's gone to 10 Super Bowls. He has now won his 7th Super Bowl. And I talked about it earlier in the week. If Patrick Mahomes would have won this game, he would have went from 6-2, and that's a mountain you can climb. 7-1 means that Mahomes now has to probably get to 8. And we're only talking about him because we think he's that special and that good. This one will hurt and sting, but this kid's going to play in a ton of them, and he's going to play and win a ton of them. But getting to 8, Jim? Oh, my God. Because if it's 7, Brady beats you head-to-head.
It's the hardest game to get to, and it's just amazing to think that Tom had 3 by the age of 27 and then didn't have a single Super Bowl win between ages 28 to 36, 0. And now here he is at age from 37 to now at 43. This will be his 4th since the age of 37.
He's just figured out how to continue to play at an incredibly high level in his work ethic, commitment to his sport and craft, and just people don't realize the 5 a.m. studying sessions on Monday to get his team to have a great scheme, this year, and learning all new players and offenses.
Again, the Verizon post-game show with JB, Phil, Nate Boomer, and Coach Cowher. Their highlights, their analysis of the game. And we're going to present the Lombardi Trophy. That's all coming up. Plus the naming of the Super Bowl 55 MVP coming up on the Verizon post-game show.
Well, I do think, it's not inconceivable. What happens if these two teams met again next year and Mahomes beats them then? Then he kind of closes the gap, right? That's not the way to
I didn't hear that all the build-up. Okay.
I'm just saying, that one still goes. If I'm him, I'm always thinking optimistically. But what a job Tom Brady and this Buccaneers team has done.
Look at this. Going for a long ball over the head of Brown.
Well, the reason they do that is the safest throw right there. Throw it deep, one-on-one.
Just want to send along our thoughts and prayers for the little girls and children that were injured in the car crash Thursday night involving head coach Andy Reid's son Britt. Multi-vehicle accident. 2 children in a car hit by Reid's car. Britt Reid's car. He's the outside linebacker coach. Seriously injured. One involving life-threatening injuries. And seeing the picture of the little girl, and she's and her family are very much in our thoughts and prayers. Opinion the punt. 3:35 to go. Tyreek back on the punt return. First time tonight, he races out of bounds. Well, how about Bruce Arians? 2 years ago, he was working for CBS. Shows you anything's possible, Tony.
You're right. I'm out of here. I'll see you.
Sure has been fun. He worked with Greg Gumbel and Trent Green. Did a game every week for us. Said he couldn't really use his real voice. At times I thought he might have meant his real vocabulary when he was talking to us about it. But he enjoyed it. He loved going to the practices, the meetings, and finding out what teamwork is like on the broadcast side of it. And still has his CBS blazer, he says, inside his closet at home.
What a special season, and they don't get here without Bruce Arians and his adjustment ability.
The ball hit the ground and incomplete.
Without his vision, and to keep this team going, 7-5. You know how hard that is to get your team, to go undefeated from that point on. It starts with your head coach and his vision, and it trickles down. And that's a close call right there. But I think that's an incomplete pass. But what a fantastic job. He deserves a ton of credit.
2nd and 10. Hill able to grab it. He'll be about 2 yards short. Now, he's an interesting guy and has been successful. It took him a long time, talking about Bruce Arians, to get a head coaching job, and he finally got one out at Arizona. All he did is win a couple of Coach of the Year awards. Players love playing for him. Edwards-Helaire down to about the 31.
Well, one thing's like, well, if Kansas City was healthy, you have a lot of issues. Here's the one thing. They played the first quarter. Kansas City was ahead 17-0 earlier this year. From that point on, Tampa Bay's won 55-19, Jim. That's not random. The rest of that game, they came back. Tampa ended up losing. Kansas City kind of dominated early. But the adjustments Tampa has made, they've kind of shown you they've just been more physical. They've won these games in the trenches. They've really won late in the year in the trenches. And then Tom just kind of gives you the Tom Brady specialness.
Just to add insult to injury here, the game is over. They've already robbed Kansas City of an opportunity to win back-to-back Super Bowls. They were the best team in the NFL. Ball's in the air right there. Defenders hitting them in the back before the ball gets there. I heard the contact on the video. I recorded it. I freeze-framed it. And instead of calling that, they call a flag on the Chiefs, and they go 1st and 20. And still, they will not score here.
Looking around, jailed, throws it incomplete.
It's going to sting, but these two quarterbacks very seldom. Like this year, we watched Brady get blown out a couple times. That's so rare, for great quarterbacks, because eventually you figure out what the defense is doing. And tonight, there really wasn't a lot of answers. Oh, yeah, him and Bieniemy both. Next year, they should be head coaches.
On 4th and 3, they complete it to Robinson for the first down.
To go get Brady. It doesn't seem like it was hard, right? But it sometimes is when a guy's older. You just think maybe, they could be slowing down. Tom never showed that, but sometimes people think that. Here's one for you, Jim. You ready? When the Buccaneers, and this culture's changed forever.
Here comes Mahomes. Trying to find the end zone, and no! How about that? One last indignity. Intercepted by White. That defense, tremendous tonight.
Let's give them a share of the Super Bowl or the MVP trophy, right? What they've done in the playoffs to hold Breeze, Rodgers, and Mahomes at bay.